What's the most stressful moment you've experienced when filling a prescription? I've been a pharmacist for over a decade now, and I've seen it all, from people trying to fill opioid prescriptions early to doctors making dangerous medication errors. But nothing compares to what happened last spring. It was a typical busy Monday when an elderly woman came in with a prescription for her husband who'd just been discharged from the hospital. The prescription was for warfarin, a blood thinner that requires precise dosing. Too little and it doesn't prevent clots, too much and you risk fatal bleeding. I noticed immediately that the dosage seemed unusually high, 10 milligrams daily instead of the typical 2 to 5 milligrams. I called the hospital to verify, but the doctor insisted it was correct. Something felt wrong, so I called again and asked for the patient's INR results, the test that measures blood clotting. The nurse on the phone paused for what felt like an eternity before saying, "Oh my God, there's been a mix-up. The chart was flipped with another patient's." My hands were shaking as I realized what could have happened. If I had filled that prescription as written, this man would have likely suffered a massive hemorrhage within days, possibly fatal. 2 weeks later, the husband came in alone to refill his correctly dosed medication. He looked at me and said, "Doc called and told us what happened. My wife hasn't stopped talking about how you saved my life." I just nodded and smiled, but inside I was thinking about how many times prescriptions get filled without that extra verification call.